and now I get to meet, I meet people like you, Don. We've never met. So what I really cherish is meeting like-minded souls who are happy to talk about these very crunchy things, so other people out there in the world who don't have the words or the courage yet can breathe a sigh of relief and go, okay, maybe I can get to that stage. I'm just right down here at the moment, struggling.
Yeah.
So I appreciate you, brother. That's what I'm trying to say.
I appreciate you too. And as I was saying before, from doing this podcast, you realise that everyone's carrying a bag of shit. It's just how big that bag of shit is.
Yeah.
And I'd like to think people can hear your story and go, okay, well, he got through that. I can get through this relationship breakup, job loss, this guilt that I've got for whatever it happens to be.
Absolutely. And if I could I just try and drop real simple gems for people. I was like, you didn't choose the hurt, but you can choose to heal. Because we get stuck in here.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's it. Can't change anything. Well, I was like, well, you're not a tree, bro. You can move. So I was like, oh, I can move too. I can move to help. But it's just it's easier said than done when you're in that fight or flight all the time. And it's like you're literally walking through a storm that no one can see.
Yeah. So when do you start to come right? How long is it? So July 2009?
Yesterday.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I understand you're still a work in progress.
I totally
If you're suffer from mental illness, it's never going to fully go away, and it's a constant work on. But when did you start to feel like your old self again, or your new self again?
Well, it's interesting because as you're healing, you have to change your ways, because can't physically do this, can't physically do that. Mentally, it's hard because your body's not working. You have to evolve. And now as I got better physically, I started to go back to my old dumb ways. So let's have some beers. Let's get on it. Blah, blah. And I mentally started to fall down again. I went, what's wrong? I'm back. I'm feeling fit again. What's wrong with me? It's like, oh, you idiot. You can't go back to the old ways now. In my evolution, and anyone's healing evolution, you have to keep moving forward. If you try to go backwards, you're going to sink back down to where you were.
Yeah.
And that happened to me a few times. And that's okay. I mean, I was with good people, but when I realised that, I was like, oh shit, this is not good for my mental health.
Yeah.
I share this with everybody. I've got a tight three people that I trust with my life. I can text or call anytime, night or day, and I encourage other people to get a tight three, because it's too much for one person to hold. And the good thing about my tight three, it's grown to 5 people that I trust in my life, is that if you're swirling, that person's there to help you. And if you're the person helping the one swirling and it's too much for you, you call in the other people. So you're putting a circle of aroha and hope around that one person, and the 3 of you or 5 of you can navigate it better than one. So it's basically to even the load.
I think that's a good idea as a formal sort of... I mean, you hear about people that go to Alcoholics Anonymous and they have a sponsor, someone that they can call anytime, day or night. But we don't do that for mental health, do we?
No. And
but everyone says, like, if you're ever feeling down, you give me a call, day or night. But it feels like it's just lip service.
Yeah, and that's why I've taken in this. I took it that step to go, I'm going to nominate these people.
And formalise it.
And, it's okay if they go, oh, actually, it's a bit too much for me, bro. Yeah, okay, thanks. Now I know. This person over here, this is another person. So you just build. And I've heard people say, I don't have a tight one in my circle. And I've actually said to them, sounds like your circle is crap. If you can't ask one person in your circle to be, a guardian, a kaitiaki, you better change your circle, bro. Because that means it's not a safe place to be.
I like that. So when did the decision come to tour it and do Shop Bro? As I said at the beginning, I watched this on YouTube last night, and anyone can watch it. It's a hard watch, and after watching it last night, I thought, it must be exhausting for you to even come over here today and like chat about this for an hour.
No, this is my everyday, because it's not heavy for me.
It's not?
It's not heavy for me. It was heavy for me. It's light for me. Do I still have shed some tears about it sometimes? Yeah. But it's nowhere near as heavy as it's ever been for me. I'm at probably the best shape mentally, physically, and spiritually that I've ever been at. But I know that I've got to keep working on it. I can't just stop, go on cruise mode, because I'll start to slip backwards. The thing about prevention is you've got to be actually put it into action. You got to be actioning. It's great to have all these tools, but if you're not practicing any of these tools daily, then it's just great thoughts and ideas. Oh, yeah. And then when the shit hits the fan and you go and grab the tool, you haven't actually used it before. You're like, oh, well, I dropped it. Oh, grab the other one. Oh, dropped it too. Oh, God.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden you think you've got these great tools which you've never practiced using. And I had to figure out that the hard way, bro. That happened to me so many times. Yeah, that's great. That's a great one. That's a great one. And then when the shit hit the fan, they'd all fall out on the floor and I was lost again.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I mean, the easiest time to do the work is when you don't need it, eh? But it's like, I mean, who does that? You know what I mean? It's like, oh, I don't need it. I'm all good.
Totally.
Until you're not.
And that's what I used to do that all the time.
Yeah.
But now I've had to use these tools, and I encourage other people to use whatever tools you need, because we're all same but different. And you might need a little different variation of this. So figure out what you need. And when you're swirling in that storm of suicidal ideation, and you're brave enough to go, bro, I'm spinning out. I need help right now. The best advice I've ever got, and it's from my first cousin, Clint Edmonds. He said to me on the phone, what do you need, cousin? Because he could hear that I was distressed. And I'd never ever heard anyone ask me what I need. And I realised why. Because I never told anybody I've been suicidal. So to have somebody actually listen without judgment, not go, oh man, we better medicate you, or geez, we better call the cops, or call the ambulance. It's like, there's no panic. The person who I trust in my life, number one on my dialing list, is my cousin, just asking me what I need. And what I really like about that is it puts the ball back in that person's court to figure out, what do I need? Because no one's ever asked me. Do I need to cry? Do I need to go to the gym? Do I need to hit the punching bag? Go to the ocean? I don't know. But at least now someone's put it in your court to ask what you need. So it's actually having to build the capacity, getting the person to build it for themselves, by giving them a platform to work off.